What's going on, everyone? I'm going to give you now my honest review of the LBC Labour leadership debate. First and foremost, I've got to say there was only one winner in tonight's debate. That was Jeremy Corbyn. Straight answers to straightforward questions. Ian Dale could not give much more straightforward questions than what he gave tonight, and yet the other candidates failed to give straight answers. I could see why Ian Dale was getting angry with the other three candidates for not giving straight answers, and I don't blame him. He was a very good person and he had a brilliant night. Straight questions and pressing the three candidates to give straight answers. The only person who done that was Jeremy Corbyn. Straight answers, to the point, precise. For me, he had a fantastic night. No question. Andy Burnham, he didn't have a good night as what I was expecting to have. He is still the favourite, according to the bookmakers and according to some polls. However, we didn't see it tonight. What we saw was Andy Burnham doing the same old as what Tony Blair and Gordon Brown did. That is not how you're going to win a leadership. That, along with the others, and I'll get to that later on, is how you will lose votes to Jeremy Corbyn. I'm not acting in any favour. People may criticise me as pro Jeremy Corbyn. I am not like that. In this video I am completely neutral and I'm just giving you my honest review of this debate. But for me, Andy Burnham was a letdown tonight. He sometimes sits on the fence with some questions, but credit where it's due, he does pick himself up in the second half of the debate and challenges Jeremy Corbyn over why he should be a Prime Minister. And yet Jeremy Corbyn came out all guns blazing and said, and I love this one, "We are here to become Prime Minister. That is why you are here." That sums up why Labour needs to win this election. And we're not going to do it if Andy Burnham shows, if Andy Burnham becomes leader on the performance he has gave tonight. Yvette Cooper. Lovely woman, lovely politician. She could do well, but I was disappointed in her tonight because Yvette Cooper sits on the fence sometimes and doesn't really challenge the other three candidates, Liz Kendall, Andy Burnham, Jeremy Corbyn. She sort of gives them easy questions, and the other three took advantage of that. For me, Yvette Cooper done okay tonight. Wasn't that impressed, but I wasn't that angry with her as I would be with other candidates. But Yvette Cooper has to be more decisive and has to get to the point with her question, with the answer to the questions. Because if she found that tough tonight, she's going to find it even tougher with the next three debates, which I will do my reviews on when the time comes. Liz Kendall, good politician, very vocal in the way she speaks, but yet she sits on the fence pretty much every single question. Now don't get me wrong, she is not a bad leader candidate. In fact, she might have been underestimated too much. But we didn't see it tonight. What we saw was a candidate who just agrees with somebody else. Liz Kendall agrees with Yvette Cooper, and we've seen this with the EU debate. Jeremy Corbyn, decisive. Doesn't know the question, which is true, and if he knew the question, he would give an answer there and then. Andy Burnham, again, very decisive. He would vote to remain in the European Union. Yvette Cooper, saying we're not sure, and Liz Kendall decides she's going to follow this. She's going to follow Yvette Cooper. That's not what we need in a leader. We need someone who takes decisive action and doesn't just sit on the fence every time she's asked a question. So for me, the clear winner tonight, there is no question about the winner of tonight's debate is Jeremy Corbyn. He, for me, was decisive, actionary and committed to what Labour stands for. And if I've got to predict who was going to win the leadership based on the performance tonight, I would go Corbyn. However, Andy Burnham I wouldn't rule out, because again he is decisive. He, for me, is the only challenger to Jeremy Corbyn. Hope you like the video, guys. Let me know in the comments below who won the debate tonight. So if I get to about 100,000 views, that would be fantastic. But again, I'm just doing this to give my reaction to this debate, which I felt Ian Dale was a brilliant host. Don't get me wrong, he did pressure the candidate to give straight answers, so Ian, credit where it's due. But for me, I was looking forward to this debate, and I felt pretty disappointed in how this was a one. Oh my god! I felt pretty disappointed in this was a one-man band dominated by Jeremy Corbyn, with the other three falling behind in the race. So for me, I'm expecting this to be all guns blazing, all four battle each other, and we're expecting a close contest. In fact, it was one man who dominated it. No question. One person, Jeremy Corbyn, dominated the whole debate. Jeremy Corbyn dominated the other three candidates and simply had more appeal to the Labour supporters. I will not be surprised if either Jeremy Corbyn or Andy Burnham wins the leadership, because what we've seen tonight is that the ladies and the women who are fighting for this debate, yes, they may have many CLPs, yes, they have many MPs on their side, but when it comes to that decisive factor on who will make a good, decisive leader of the Labour Party who will take us to victory in 5 years' time, Andy or Jeremy are my two choices. Again, guys, like the video, let me know in the comments below who won the debate tonight, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye for now.